Hi, I'm Melissa. We're here with Mark Bryan. He's going to tell us about his Bur-Les Nutcracker.
This is our 16th year doing it. We've done over 380 shows. We're going to hit a milestone on December 28th. It will be our 400th performance of this cult show.
Do you want to tell us a little bit how you got the idea for this?
The Water Tower Theater, we're planning on doing the Santaland Diaries, which is a one-person show. The one person got severely ill and they didn't have time to reprogram. The head of the conference center called me out and she said, could you possibly do a Christmas show for us? Because we don't want to not have a Christmas show. And I said, sure. So can you open in a month? I had no idea what I was going to do. But at the time, I had been working with a burlesque troupe called the Velvet Kittens, and Janet Eadley was the artistic director for that troupe. She was always my muse and my brainstorm partner. And I said, Janet, let's go get some margaritas and let's brainstorm. She would make changes to her show at the Christmas season where she would do a Nutcracker danced in the burlesque style, but she was using contemporary music. And I said, could we do that and just do it in Addison? And she said, well, that means creating a second troupe. And I honestly don't have time to create a second troupe. And then it hit me. If you ever see the original Nutcracker, Act 1, there's very little dancing. There's basically 2 dance sequences in Act 1. And all the dance sequences happen really in Act 2 with the Nutcracker suite. I thought, well, I'll just write a storyline. And the title literally came to me. And the Beulaville Baptist Book Club presents a Bur-Les-Q Nutcracker, because they mispronounced burlesque. And she said, oh, that's a great title. What's it about? I said, I don't know. I'm going to go home and write it. I developed the script based on burlesque humor in the scripts that I had read and researched from the 1910s and 20s. So literally, I developed it. We sent out audition notice, cast it the following week, went into rehearsals, and then we opened. What happened during the evolution of the show is the fourth wall is broken by the characters because they talk to the audience. They narrate part of what happened. And then audience members started to talk back to us. And then I started responding back. Next thing you know, people are literally calling us out and we're calling them back. It became, and it has become, the Rocky Horror Picture Show of the Christmas season. There's such crazy characters and people will coordinate and come in groups dressed like us. Wow. We have people come every weekend to see the show. Wow. And they've come every year so they know the show backwards and forwards. And then for new people it's fun because they're like, the audience is just as fun as what's happening on stage. Then in 2014 we were nominated for the National Nutcracker Award, which shocked us because we were against the Joffrey Ballet. Wow, yeah. San Francisco Ballet, New York City Ballet, Atlanta Ballet, and we got nominated, and then we won. And all of
really
a sudden,
exciting.
We made international news, and we won over these prestigious dance companies. And it's not that we have the better dancers; it's just such a reimagining of the Nutcracker.
That's so cool that people were able to recognize just the uniqueness of the show. And I know that you also have some dance experience as well that went into your creation of this.
Yes, my first career, I was a classical ballet dancer. I did that professionally for well over 10 years back in my 20s. I danced so many Nutcrackers back then. Then I retired from the world of dance and I created this show. So I'm very familiar with the Nutcracker suite. The interesting thing is I was writing the script. I don't write roles for myself, but as I was writing this script and the character of Dickie, I was like, oh, I could play him. And so then I went, I'm gonna just go ahead and write him for myself. It's the only role I have ever written for myself. Because if you look at me, I don't look like somebody that can dance on point. You look at this disco body at this age and you think, yeah, he can't dance. And I still can.
That's quite impressive that you're able to do it. I've done almost 400 shows of it.
It's interesting because we've had people come every year and they're like, I wish my children could see this and other children are old enough and have come to see the show. There's people that actually traveled because to them, it's not the Christmas season until we see your show.
It's become quite the phenomenon.
It has. It's like a classic now for North Texas. There's a person who no longer lives in Dallas. He lives in Germany, but he travels to Dallas a lot. He's always at some point in December, and he makes a point of coming to see the show. So actually, you got somebody from Germany that comes to see the shows. And he's never missed it. He started coming to the first year. So he's a record holder for the person who's actually seen the show the most times. We have people like Linda Welch here, who's done the show 8 years. Bonnie did it back in 2010. Yes, and she's back. Chase did it in 2019, and so I've got almost like a rotating cast. And some people are like, you know what, I want to have my Christmas this year, so I'm not going to be able to do the show, but I'll come back the following year. Which is great because we all know the show really well, and we have fun because we already have the chemistry. And this year we have some new people that are really a lot of fun.